Hello, this is Sarah Brash. Welcome back to my channel. So I just want to do a quick video. I want to talk about, well, before I get started, I just want to say please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would mean the absolute world to me. And also please like my videos, comment on my videos, share my videos, and please also donate to my legal fund. I will have all of my fundraising links below. It would mean the world to me. My wonderful attorneys at Randazza will be back in court next month, September 2022, fighting to restore due process and equal protection at Yale. So that would be just wonderful if you would support my legal efforts. So I want to do a quick video about the very sad death of Anne Heche and also Constance Wu's from Crazy Rich Asians, and I believe her TV show was called Fresh Off the Boat, and also she was in the movie with J-Lo called Hustlers, and she has been gone from Twitter, from social media for a very long time. And she recently came back and she revealed that she had been suicidal, and that I believe she said she actually attempted to take her own life. And this was after she was really just raked over the coals and vilified and canceled, basically canceled. It was cancel culture. It was trial by Twitter. It was cancel culture. And even though she is a public figure, it was just vicious. Because she became such a huge star after Crazy Rich Asians especially. And she became such a huge star, and then she seemingly didn't really want to go back to her TV show, and was sort of hoping it would get canceled and it wouldn't be renewed. And then when it was renewed, she made statements on Twitter to the effect that she was disappointed that it had been renewed because she wanted, to go on to other projects. And she was just absolutely excoriated, castigated, raked over the coals, vilified for having said this, and it really led her to suicidal ideation, and then eventually making it a suicide attempt. And so that was the revelation from Constance Wu. And of course, what I want to talk about especially, I don't want this video to be too long, is I just want to talk about the demonization of mental illness, the demonization of mental health issues, the demonization of mental health disabilities. I just feel like since the advent of of the heyday of cancel culture, woke KKK cancel culture, and trial by Twitter without due process, it just feels to me very much like that people just, we've set ourselves back decades by decades in terms of the stigmatization of mental illness, the stigmatization and demonization of those with mental health disabilities, such as myself. And in particular, for me, I'm referring to, the way that it wasn't just the woke. It was not just the woke. It was across the spectrum of wokeness, across the political spectrum. People who participated in the witch hunt at Yale, who participated in my global vilification after the Living or Napping Blood Black hate crime hoax at Yale, who didn't want to be held accountable for what they had done to me, who didn't want to admit what they had done to me, who didn't want to admit that I was still alive, and that they had destroyed my life and my lifelong human and civil rights, academic and legal careers. They just felt no shame, no trepidation, no moral qualms took no pause in just defaming me, demonizing me, vilifying me, cascading me as a violent psycho, who delusional, deranged, psycho, violent, dangerous, who should be institutionalized, who should be arrested, who should be prosecuted, who should be kicked off social media, who should be expelled, who should be fired, who should be disbarred, who, who should be unpersoned, who should be made destitute, subjected to social death. Just the demonization of me in these terms, just the full-throated stigmatization of mental illness, those with mental health disabilities, just to do absolutely anything, no shame, completely venal, no moral qualms whatsoever, no integrity, no principles. They just fully embraced it. They just fully embraced their bigotry against those with mental health disabilities. And this was done by people who, the hypocrisy is just mind-boggling. And the duplicity, the hypocrisy, in one breath, they would defame me as a violent psycho to protect themselves or their friends from being held accountable for participating in the witch hunt at Yale that almost got me killed. People like Popat. And then in the next breath, they would exclaim how they were just so sad about the death of Anne Heche and were so upset about the way that she was being demonized and that people weren't being empathetic towards her because of her mental illness. And also people in the next breath who were just being like, oh, Constance Wu is so brave. She's so brave. And she was brave. She was brave. It was amazing what Constance Wu did. That's not my point. Constance Wu was so brave to reveal what she had gone through with her mental health issues and with her suicidal ideation and with an actual suicide attempt because of what had happened. And someone like Pope had to say, oh, it's so brave for Constance Wu to do this. It's so good. She's helping to destigmatize mental illness. And then in the next breath, he would defame me as a violent psycho whose delusions about what had happened at Yale should be dismissed just as that is delusions, and who's violent and dangerous, and should probably be, locked up and institutionalized and imprisoned. So it's just, that's what I wanted to talk about. That's what I wanted to say. I don't want this video to get too long. And of course, I'm so sad about what happened to Anne Heche, and I also feel so badly for the woman who lost her home, and I hope she's getting the support that she needs. And I feel terrible about what happened to her too, but I also am very sad to see what happened to Anne Heche, and I'm very sad to see the way that she was demonized for, I don't know, I'm being so emotional, demonized for her mental health issues. And I am really so proud of Constance Wu and her revelation, and it means a lot to me. And I just think we've set ourselves back by decades. We've set ourselves back by decades in terms of our demonization of those with mental health issues. And so pretty much everyone who participated in the witch hunt at Yale has responded this way when I've addressed them. Jonathan Haidt called me crazy, quote unquote crazy, at a fire org event when questioned about me by Kathy Young. And I know that I don't have any relationship with Kathy Young anymore. That's not the point. And I'm very upset with her because she also did this to me. Kathy Young also did this to me. She has repeatedly defamed me as a violent psycho who's claims about what happened at Yale during the witch hunt at Yale should be dismissed. And she's doing this to protect herself, because I've been very public about what she did to me. So anyway, I don't want this video to get too long. That's really what I wanted to say. I'm just really sad. I'm really sad. It makes me sad. I'm really sad about it. I'm really sad to see what we've done. How we've set ourselves back in terms of the stigmatization of those with mental illness. I'm really sad about it. It makes me really sad to see what people have done. Not just done to me, but done in terms of stigmatizing everyone who has mental health issues. It makes me really sad. Anyway, okay. I love you all so much. Donate to my legal fund, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will talk to you later. Okay, have a great night. Bye.